So the thing I think is really insightful from what I've learned watching you is that you're what I call an adaptive innovator. You looked around at the industry, you said, hey, mobile is big, obvious to everybody. The people doing mobile device management all came out of the client server world, so they were focused on things that were important in the client server world but hadn't yet appeared until we got to this mobility and wireless carriers being such a key part of that power system. And so the ability to go in and meter the amount of storage and performance is so important to the carrier's model. The ability to go in and to parse the billing system so that how that's going to be distributed out, because there are many carriers often involved in a call completion. And then the ability to go in and add new ways of doing things that are how the carriers make money really gave you differentiation. But the thing that became even more interesting to me was when I started to see that the people in mobile device management, that had become pretty much a commodity. And these people were selling a complete branded service. And what you did was to say, wait a minute, I'm not going to invest in marketing. I'm going to be a white label product, and I'm going to go deeper into the verticals and talk about how your business model is different than the competitors who came before you with the client server model.
Yeah, it's a highly leveraged model. It takes a little longer to probably take this way. It could take us years to build up some of this stuff with the carriers. But I'll give you an example. So we use their marketing, we use their sales, we use all of their resources. Some of our large customers like AT&T probably have thousands of people on their end.
So AT&T sells the OpenPeak solution, but not under the OpenPeak brand. They sell it under their own Toggle brand.
Yes. And so, we have a sales force of maybe 20 people, where some of our competitive sales forces of thousands of people out there. So AT&T effectively has a sales force of 15,000 people. And we work with and help these guys come up with some messaging and stuff like that. But once you get that engine started, it's incredible. The other thing is we made sure this model worked all the way down from the salesperson up. Some of the clever parts of this stuff is the way we sell these licenses to AT&T, it counts as a new subscriber. And carriers' entire growth on Wall Street is rated off new subscribers. Well, it also comes out that sales guys' biggest quotas are retiring their new subscriber quota. So when you sell our software, it's basically you're retiring your quota incredibly quicker. So all the way down from the salesperson, all the way up to the corporate side of AT&T, this model works incredibly well. And in fact, because AT&T wants to make money off of their voice and data plans through our software, they can effectively give our software free to the customers. We get paid full. The salesperson gets paid full. And the carrier wins as they get more voice and data plans on their enterprise side with not having to pay any subsidy for the phones.
So how do the end customers like the experience of the OpenPeak service?
They love it. So it's doing really well. Again, coming out a little bit later from some of our other competitors, we knew what they liked, what they didn't like, and the sales numbers right now are literally going off the charts.
And this is a worldwide play, so it's not just in the US where you have a strong relationship with AT&T, but you're working with wireless carriers all over the world now.
All over the world.
Yeah. So you are taking advantage of the world going mobile in everything. Workforces today work from wherever they are, which means often over a mobile device. And you're giving the employees, no matter what their business happens to be, the ability to have applications that are wrapped with security and completely in a trusted way for everything from health services, which are HIPAA controlled from a security standpoint, to financial services, which have various regulatory controls. But at the same time, you're able to let people do their own personal applications on the same device.
Yeah, everybody has a device of choice. They have the applications of choice. And the enterprises, has full manageability over the applications they're putting out there. If an employee quits or if they leave, they can literally pull back of their data in a really secure and fashion that's non-destructive to any of the data on the personal side of that device.